Welcome to the channel. In today's lab, we are going to configure console port, exec timeout, username and password, username and secret, and also banner. Let's go to end devices and I'll select a laptop. I'll go to connections and from the cables, I'll choose console cable. I'll click on my laptop and connect it to RS-232, which is a serial port on my laptop, and connect it to switch's console port. Okay, so now if I go to my laptop and go to desktop tab and click on terminal, click on OK. Okay, and here we can do the configuration for our switch. And now I want to go to the console port and configure console port. Let's go to privileged exec mode by typing enable and global configuration mode with typing configure terminal. Okay, and here I'm going to console configuration. The command for that is line console 0. Since we have only one console port on the switch, the number is 0. Okay, so now we are in console configuration for this switch. What I want to do here is to set a password in order to make it secure, so that if someone wants to connect to the console port of our switch, they cannot gain access unless they type the password. So the command for that is password following by the password that we want to set. In this case, CCNA. If I hit enter, the password is now set. But there is another command that we need to use in order to make the console port require this password that we set. And that is the login command. If I type login and hit enter, now if we log out of this switch and come back in and log in back again, we are asked for a password. So we need to type our password in order to gain access to the switch and configure it. So I'll type the password CCNA, and now I am able to configure the switch. Okay, so let's see the configuration for the switch now. Show running config. This command allows us to see the configuration for the switch. I hit enter and there are a lot of informations here. So I'll hit the space, and the line console 0 configuration is listed here. As you can see, we used two commands on line console 0, which is login and password that we set. As we can see, the password is not that secure because it is listed here in plain text. Let's go to global configuration mode by typing configure terminal, and in here I'll type service password encryption. If I hit tab, the command will auto complete for me. Okay, if I hit enter now, the password is now encrypted. Let's confirm. I'll type do show running config. And let's go to line console configuration. I'll hit space. And now we can see the configuration for line console 0, and the password is now encrypted. So now I want to go to the console port again by typing line console 0, and let's actually give it a time. For example, if I type the exec timeout command and give it a number, for example 5. If there are no activity while the screen for the console is open and there are no activity for 5 minutes, the console should log out itself. So now after typing this command, after 5 minutes when there are no activity on the console will be logged out. Okay, so this time let's create a username and a password and tell the console port to use the username and password in order to log in to this switch. In global configuration mode, I'll type username and type a username, in this case ABHQ for the username, and let's give it a password. Password, let's say Cisco. If I hit enter, now the username and password are created in local database for this switch. Let's go to console port again, line console 0. This time I'm not going to type login because the login command only uses the password that we specified. This time I'm going to type login local in order to use the username and password that I configured earlier in local database for this switch. Well, the login local command tells the switch to use the local database for authentication. And if I hit enter and exit, let's log out of the switch. And this time I'm asked for a username, let's say ABHQ. And if I hit enter and the password for this user was Cisco. If I hit enter, now I'm able to do my configuration on the switch. Well, there is another method rather than password. If we use secret command, the secret command is more secure than the regular password command. Use secret all the time, not password, because password is not that secure and can be cracked. Let's go to configure terminal, conf t for configuring terminal. And this time I'm going to create a new user with a secret username. Let's say Alex. And this time I type secret. And after that, the secret that we want to give to this username. In this case, let's say CCNP. If I hit enter, now this username and password are also saved in the local database for this switch. Okay, let's type do show for running config. As we can see, there are two users created for this switch. One is ABHQ and the password that is encrypted. And the other user is Alex with the secret. As we can see, the secret is way secure than a regular password that we used. Even with service password encryption, it is not that secure. Let's disable this user for this switch. Let's delete it actually. I'll hit tab in order to get out of running configuration. And this time I will type no username ABHQ and password was CCNA. And now the user ABHQ is gone. So what we can do next is to show a banner. Before someone log into our switch, a message will be shown. The command for banner is banner, following by MOTD, message of the day, and between single quotes, we can type our message. Let's type welcome to switch. If I hit enter, now the banner is in use. If I log out, as we can see, the banner is also shown here, and the user access verification is using username and password. I'll type Alex, hit enter, and CCNP for the password. Note that the username is not case sensitive. So this was all for this lab, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.